Hey guys, welcome to Sunshine Haze. I'm Aja A. For those of you that are used to watching me, I'm not sitting inside today because it is really nice out. The wind is blowing a little bit, so y'all might hear some nature sounds for everybody that be coming at me about my audio. Thank you to those of you that are doing it constructively. Um, to everyone else that's not so positive, like I get it. I either record these videos on my laptop or on my phone, and although my background is in production, these are videos I'm uploading to YouTube, so I just want to get the information out there. So I don't spend a lot of time editing. I don't spend a lot of time doing anything that I would do in like one of my film productions, just because it's an astrology video. I just want to give you guys some info. So if you're not rocking with the audio beforehand, I apologize. Thank you for watching. If you just can't take it, it's all good. I just want y'all to get the info. Anyways, yeah, I missed my new moon in Taurus forecast, my tarot forecast. I know a lot of you guys subscribe to me and watch my channel for those videos. Life kind of came at me fast. Since the last time I've put up a video, I've literally started a new job and ended a new job. Started figuring some school things out. I went and visited my best friend Tori. Shout out to you, another one of my little Sag people. She just graduated from CSUN. Yeah, I think that's California State University, Northridge. Got her degree in gender and women's studies, I believe. Tori, I apologize if I said that wrong, but congratulations to you, girl. I am so proud of you. So yeah, this is her moon and the rest of my Sagittarius friends and followers and subscribers. This is your full moon. I'm very excited to do this video because for those of you that have been with me since the beginning, I actually started about 6 months ago, and I believe my first video was it a Sagittarius? You know what? I don't think it was Sag. I think it was Gemini, but we are coming up on Gemini solar season, so but I did something at the beginning there with Sagittarius. I think it was either like your new moon or something of the sort, or I might have talked about Saturn leaving Sagittarius. I'm not sure, I don't remember, but I'm coming up on my 6-month mark, and I wanted to thank all of you guys for watching me, for subscribing to me, for sharing my videos, sharing my channel. There goes the wind. Yeah, so we are in the Taurus lunar season. We had a new moon in Taurus a couple weeks ago on May 15th. This is a month of change. If you guys know anything about numerology, the number 5 has everything to do with change and transformation. So we had that new moon on the 15th, which carries that energy in the 24th degree, which, the Taurus lunar cycle has everything to do with cultivating the seeds that we were planting earlier in this year, coming in with planting them in Capricorn, and then, kind of emotionally investing into them with Pisces and really getting them started with Aries. And now in the Taurus lunar cycle, we are really focusing on figuring out new ways to actually, water these seeds that we have sown or trying to sow, I guess, and so to speak, because we're still at the beginning stages. We are in the spring season, which is the first full season of the year. So like I said, all about new beginnings. Check out that video. I am recording this video, and I'm going to do my best to remember that I want to put this link in the description box. It should be down there in the and of course I can't talk, I get tongue twisted in every single video. It should be down there in the description box. If it's not, it is on my channel. It should be the last video that I uploaded prior to this one. Excuse me, guys. So yeah, as I was saying, I missed those new moon and Taurus forecasts because life got a little hectic. It got a little busy for me. Half of my chart is in Earth, and then also my Jupiter is in Virgo. So during Earth seasons, and I think more so for myself because I am a Cancer and I'm kind of ruled by the moon, especially in the lunar seasons of these Earth signs, things get kind of crazy for me. So starting this lunar cycle in Taurus things were really moving, and I am very happy about it, and I know a lot of you out there are feeling that same energy. So with that being said, I apologize to all of my followers that didn't get new moon and new moon in tarot forecast, new moon in Taurus forecast. But I'm going to do something a little different. I am going to do a full moon forecast for you guys in Sagittarius, so watch out for those videos coming up within the next couple of days. I will be posting those, and so that's just going to cover the next couple of weeks, and then I'm going to get back on track once we get into the new moon in Gemini. All these signs start running together for me once we get close to my birthday. We're going to be coming into the new moon in Gemini, but I'm thinking about Cancer. I'm thinking about Cancer season, excuse me. I'm going to drink some water. My allergies really be bothering me, guys, but I like doing videos outside, so I'm going to have to figure this one out. All right. Okay, so for those of you that are tuning into my channel and just have no idea what a full moon is, I talk about it briefly in every video. I like to give a little basic description. The full moon happens when the sun, the moon, and the earth are all aligned, and the side of the moon that is illuminated is facing us. So when we are when we're in or having a full moon, that has everything to do with shedding light on things that were, once dark to us. The moon is kind of connected to, mystery. So when we have the new moon, it's kind of mysterious, kind of fresh, kind of new. When you have the full moon, it's like, okay, I can see clearly now. There's light. The full moon signifies the beginning of the end of the lunar cycle that we're in. So we are at the turning point of ending the Taurus lunar cycle, which means we're having a full moon in Sagittarius. So the full moon also, because it comes at the end, symbolizes letting go, release. Ooh, I don't do bees. I try to be very, nice to the animals. I read a lot up on like what animals mean, like seeing animals, like the spiritual meaning of animals. And I know bees mean abundance and like money and like positivity, just like a whole bunch of like happiness, and I appreciate it, but I just really don't fuck with anything that can sting me or bite me. And I thank you, little bee, but let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. Oh guys, okay, so full moon is the end of the cycle, starting the end of the cycle. So it symbolizes letting go, symbolizes release, symbolizing, seeing things clearly, figuring things out. What I've come to learn or come to see with my emotions, with the people around me, during the full moon is when we have those intense, it seems like emotional waves, like the tides, the moon affects the tides. So during the full moon is when you see all the sappy emotions, is what I like to say, when you're feeling all sappy. The new moon has a little more anxiety attached to it, but the full moon is, again, release, letting go. So just think of it as, you're figuring a whole bunch of things out, and as you're doing so, the energy from that is coming up through you, and you have to get rid of it, so you have all these emotions. Something like our cup runneth over with emotions is what I think of when we are in the full moon part of the lunar cycle. I can't talk either. With this being a moon and a fire sign, fire and water are not compatible. So with this being a fire moon, fire is the more emotional of the air and the fire suits, and then water is more emotional of the water and the earth suits. So when fire and water get together, because they're not, it's like a clash. So what I will say about this particular lunar cycle is that it may possibly be, a little intense, maybe a little, excuse me, a little strong. Let me not say little. It's probably going to be more intense than a lot of the other lunar cycles or a lot of the other full moons that we've been through during this year, aside from the water full moons. But this has more of the fire energy attached to it, so it's going to be like, I need to get it out. Okay, so with that being said, talking about fire signs, this moon is in the sign of Sagittarius, and now I've got flags, and I need more water. How are you doing?
Which vlog name?
Sunshine Haze Co. I do astrology videos.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love all the green. Heart chakra popping.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, it looks pretty on you.
I've been looking into chakras and doing spellings, and they've been calling me and tarot cards, and I have.
Okay, so I wasn't gonna say it because people are a little like, you know, with the tarot, but I do tarot readings on the blog as well. Let me write some information down for you. Hey guys, so you get to witness real life right now, and as I said, I don't really edit these videos because I like to keep it real for you guys. This lady is walking down the street and she's walking this cute little boy. Hey baby. And she's like, what you blog about? Well, you guys heard her, so I'm gonna write down some information for her and she'll probably be one of my subscribers. Thank you. My name is Aja, by the way.
Aja, I'm Shaniqua.
Nice to meet you, Shaniqua. Everything happens for a reason. That was really awesome. I actually cannot wait to connect with that lady again. She was very sweet and she looked really good in that green, y'all. So hashtag ask Shaniqua. I believe she does mystic stuff too. It sounds like astrology, tarot readings. I believe you guys could hear her. So again, hashtag ask Shaniqua, and that's spelled SHANEEQUA. Check her out. I'm gonna check her out too. Okay, back to the astrologies. All right, so we were talking about this full moon coming in the fire sign of Sagittarius. So Sag, as I said, is a fire sign, and it is, when you think about Sag, you think about people who are extremely adventurous, people who like to go out there and see what the world has in store for them, go out and try new things. They like to meet new people. They're always on the move, that fire energy, that intense, just willpower in action. That's what I think of when I think of Sagittarius. People, I have a few very close, like I said, one of my best friends is a Sagittarius. I have another very close friend that's a Sag. I actually just hung out with Tay last night. Shout out to you too. It's very, like, as you guys can see, synchronicity is off the chain for me, at least these past few days or like week. I'm pretty sure it has been for everybody else too, just because this energy is so intense. It's a very adventurous. Sag is also a mutable sign. The mutable signs end the seasons, and Sagittarius ends the fall season. And if you think about fall, that is a very transformative season. So Sagittarius is kind of bringing us that energy into, you know, wrap up our transformation to go on and bring in that new energy to make moves on whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing. So the full moon having to do with, you know, shedding light and bringing, like, illuminating situations and illuminating our thoughts, basically is just saying in the fire sign of Sag is that, okay, we're going to get, is that a dragonfly? It's a little baby dragonfly. We're going to get this energy with this moon that really brings in some clarity for us and shows us the ways that we need to, you know, we know the ways that we need to make moves, but we, at least myself and a few other people that I know, we struggle with actually making the moves, and that's what this fire energy is here for. Yeah, no, I see. It's almost done. I'm almost done with it. And the clouds are changing, but the sky is literally blue right here, and then the clouds are, you know, that's the only downside to shooting videos outside, is that, you know, there are people that like to talk, but on the other hand, you know, people are very friendly where I'm from. Anyways, so with Sagittarius being that sign of adventure, making moves, wanting to try new things, taking different paths in life, this full moon is going to show us, bring us some clarity on the ways in which we've been restricted. How have we been being held back? What has actually been holding us back? And what we need to do to clear those blockages, to clear the pathway for us to actually use that Sagittarius, you know, arrow, and actually go out there on those paths and try those new things that we've been interested in. So, and I hate talking about the emotions connected to the moon, because the full moon is the emotional moon. So because we're going to be dealing with blockages and moving things out of the way for us to actually tap into our own growth, because we are still in this Taurus lunar cycle, we're going to be dealing with, you know, possibly, ooh, is that thunder? Uh-oh, y'all. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick here in a minute. We're gonna be dealing possibly with, you know, some things that we don't necessarily want to acknowledge, and when that happens, it can be kind of emotional, especially if we're dealing with things that we have suppressed. So just keep that in mind, okay? So moving aside from the fire energy of this moon, as I've been doing in my videos, we're going to tap a little bit into the numerologies of this particular moon. I don't want to say the lady's name that I be watching, because she's a little bit older, but she says astrologies, and so I be messing around. I say numerologies and I say the astrologies now, but I don't think she knows that she's saying that, because, you know, it's not the astrologies, but I say the numerologies in my videos. So I am going to tap into a little bit on the degree that this full moon is in. The full moon in Sagittarius is in the degree of 8. And did I talk about 8 earlier? I think I talked about 5. I don't think I was talking about 8. But 8 is the number associated with abundance, associated with success, financial stability, and it's also associated with enlightenment. It's a karmic number. So this full moon in the spiritual sign, the spiritual air sign of the spiritual fire sign of Sagittarius is coming in a very spiritual degree, which is, you know, as I say in a lot of these moon videos, we're in an 11 universal year. This is a master number year. So the energy of this year is, at first I thought it was going to be very subtle, but it's very intense, because 11 is all about, you know, creation and enlightenment and healing through creativity, through the arts. This being that type of year, this Sag full moon falling in the degree of 8 is just it's a little crazy, which is why the energy during this full moon may be a little intense, guys. We're pretty much falling into alignment with the paths that we're supposed to be on. You know, Saturn, as we all know, is in Capricorn, so we are still dealing with that karmic energy of Saturn as well. So keep in mind, we're dealing with the karmic energy of Saturn with the full moon in the spiritual sign of Sagittarius. Ooh, I see lightning. And Saturn is in Capricorn, which is its sign, and we are actually really, like, I talk about divine timing a lot. We're really falling into our paths. So we're supposed to be doing the work, so we fall into these paths, you know, very cohesively. So, you know, if things are very rocky for you, that means there's some work that needs to be done that you may not have figured out yet, or you may not have been doing correctly. Keep that in mind. And, you know, I be dealing with that too. Sometimes I have to take a step back and be like, dang girl, you're not prepared for life the way that you should be preparing for it right now. And that's been what this whole year has been about for me so far. And I'm feeling it. I like the growth. I hope you guys are learning a lot this year as well. This full moon is falling on the 29th day. Shout out to my 29 babies. I'm June 29th. For anybody that, you know, is interested in celebrating my birthday by sending me a gift. Nah, you guys don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. Let me know. 29 again breaks down to 11. I told you guys we're in an 11 universal year, so we're having this spiritual full moon on this, you know, master number spiritual day. We're breaking down to the master number. So whatever is coming into, you know, whatever is being shown to you during these next couple of weeks, just be very mindful and pay a lot of attention to it, because it probably has a lot to do with whatever you need to clear out in your life, spiritually and physically, to help you raise your vibration. And as I said, with this moon falling into the degree of 8, falling into that karmic number, help you raise your vibration and really, really actually put you onto your path that you're supposed to be walking, and give you the tools that you need to walk down that particular path. And I touched a little bit on this earlier too. It's in the 5th month. It's in May, although we're at the end of the month. 5 is the number of transformation, and all of this karmic and, you know, enlightening and, abundant energy happening in this month is just a sign that points to, you know, whatever is going on in these next 2 weeks. Like I said, pay a lot of attention to it, because it has a lot to do with the transformation that is supposed to come in for you and me and everybody else that's paying attention to the stuff that I'm talking about. And even for the people that aren't, this is a month where a lot of things are probably going to be changing for a lot of people. So because it's such a spiritual moon, like I say, just pay attention, because these things are going to be very important probably for your growth, if that makes any sense, guys. All right, yeah, I think that's all I really wanted to touch on with this video. Told you guys, you know, it's in the fire sign, so it has everything to do with action. It's in Sag, which has to do with adventure and, you know, branching out and making moves. And because it's the full moon and we're talking about release, we're going to be figuring out what's been holding us back, what's been stopping us from doing the things that we want and need to do, what's been, you know, blocking us from tapping into that financial abundance, tapping into that spiritual abundance, tapping into that, you know, positive energy that we've all been trying to reach and been building on throughout this year. We're wrapping up the Taurus lunar cycle, which has to do with that growth. So with that being said, having this full moon in Sag, whatever you release during this time is really going to clear the way for you to really, like I said earlier, water those seeds that we are supposed to be, you know, toiling away at during this Taurus lunar cycle to really make them grow. This is definitely a time of growth and a time of figuring out how to take bigger steps into our growth and eliminate the things that hinder us from the heights that we need to reach, if that makes sense, you guys. That's really about it. Oh yeah. If you do full moon intentions, this is definitely a good time to write intentions, as I just said, about anything that has to do with, you know, where you want to be, the goals you're trying to achieve, and how they've been blocked. I would say definitely write some intentions down about how you can remove those things from your life. There's so many people walking on this side. I'm sorry, that's why I keep looking away from this. Not that I ever look directly into my camera anyway, but I'm probably looking away more so today because so many people walking down the street. I have been missing touching on this point in the last few of my videos, but I did want to point out that the people that are going to be most affected by this particular full moon are Sagittarians, of course, especially if you have Sag personal planets being the sun, the moon, or your rising sign, or, you know, Mercury, Venus, Mars. But really, if you're a rising Sag, sun Sag, moon Sag, Sag moon, flip it. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. People with a lot of Sagittarius in their chart, you will most likely be affected heavily by this moon. Anybody with planets in 8 degrees or within a few degrees, like I say 2 to 3, some people go so far as to say like 4, but I say if you have planets that are in 8 degrees or, you know, plus or minus 2 on either side, you're probably going to be affected in whatever planet that is, whatever that governs. This Sag moon is probably going to come in and shake some shit up for you on that front. And then fire people with a lot of fire energy in your chart, you're probably going to be feeling this one too. Is that it? I think that's it. As I said earlier, you know, this is a fire full moon, so emotions could be, as I say all the time, on 10. So just be mindful, especially of your communication, especially of how you're handling other people's emotions as well. Especially if they're not into the astrologies, because they don't know what's going on. They're just feeling crazy. What else, guys? I said full moon intentions. Catch those full moon and Sagittarius tarot forecasts. I will be putting them up over the next few days. Again, I'm sorry about the new moon in Taurus forecast. My bad. I hope these full moon and Sagittarius forecasts really touch you guys. Really help you move through these next 2 weeks, because they may be a little crazy. Hi. I'm literally about to wrap it up right now. Thank you. I appreciate you. They're so concerned. It's so cute. All right, yeah, I think that's it. Oh, I did mention in my last video that I'm going to be doing a tarot giveaway. I had a client that gifted a 30-minute reading. I'm going to get those details together and then go on and put out a video with some rules and guidelines as to how you can enter that giveaway and try and win that free tarot reading. I typically charge $45 for those, so if you're interested, just be watching my videos. Be looking out for that video. Subscribe so you can subscribe so you can keep up with when I put those out. And thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, go on and hit that little thumbs up button down below for me. If you have any questions or comments, go on and drop those down below. I do get on my channel pretty frequently now that this new moon in Taurus season is coming to an end. Things are starting to settle a little bit for me, so I am getting back on my channel like I used to. So if you have any questions or comments, go on and drop them down below. I will respond for the most part if it's positive. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already done so, especially if you were able to sit through this whole video of me talking. I guess you probably like what I'm saying. It may have resonated with you in some way. Go on and hit that subscribe button, share the video if you feel moved to, and I'll catch you guys next. There it is, flies. I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.